And we've had a busy week of videos. As you can see, we may be near a big game in Miami, Florida. I don't know what game that is, but we're there.
I've heard there's something going on out there.
There's something going on down here, and you see that guy behind us. I don't know what his deal is, but
he's excited.
To be there, and he's jumping in the water. I don't know what team he's pulling for either. So we'll see. If you're watching with us, be sure to let us know you're there. Like, comment, share, all the above. We're on some kind of stellar delay because I don't know what's going on the screen. All right. So we're going to do top 3 today. We got San Francisco 49ers football players. So top 3 San Francisco 49ers players. We did top 3 Kansas City players the other day. And we got a new story you can't believe that I actually didn't pull up. Did you pull it up?
No, I can try to find it.
Okay, all right.
We got the gist, I believe.
We got the gist of it. All right, we're going to talk about favorite Super Bowl foods. Not really a top 3, just what are your favorite Super Bowl foods Oh, we can't say Super Bowl. What are your big game
Super
foods?
Bowl.
Super Bowl. What when you're sitting in front of that big game watching television, what are those foods that you eat every time you're watching that big game? And do you watch it by yourself? Do you go to a party? Do you go to a restaurant? How do you watch the big game that happens at the end of the NFL season every year?
The big game that gives you Super Bowls.
That's right. It's a huge thing.
Now, we're going to have to save on our Artist of the Week. We're going to have to save some of these titles to the very end because they'll be very easy to guess.
Oh, I didn't even know we had one. But I appreciate that very much.
Yeah. And he's associated with football, not the big game, but big game.
I've got a story about this artist in just a little while. Once it's obvious who we're talking about.
Right, okay.
I'll tell you a story about him. Well,
one good thing I can say about this game coming up is that it ain't Dallas that's going to be in there.
Absolutely. So
I'm very glad for that.
Yeah, that one's out. So we ain't misbehaving, but let's keep going. All right.
Not yet.
Top 3 San Francisco 49ers football players.
All right. You'll notice a correlation. Oh, go ahead. I thought you were going to ask.
No, I'm going down with no top 3. Yeah. So
you'll notice a relation with my 3 because they once were 49ers.
They weren't. Then they went to
a different team.
Oh, they all Raiders. I already know where one. Let's see. I know where 2 of them are going. So you're probably going to surprise me with your 3rd.
Number 3 is the big power fullback Tom Rathman.
Oh, okay. That's the one.
Holes. He led the way for Roger Craig for a long time. A lot of touchdowns for him.
So Rathman. Okay. Yeah. All right. My number 3.
44.
My number 3. There's so many good 49ers. It took me a long time to figure out how I'm going with the top 3.
Yeah.
I think it's, for me, number 1's clearing away number 1. So it really comes down to who are 2 and who are 3. I'm going to go with a player from the 95 Super Bowl team as my number 3, and he even had a song about him. I'm going to Ricky Watters as number 3.
Yeah, so he's a true 49er.
He's a true 49er.
He won a Super Bowl with them.
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl with them. And I'm trying to go without.
I want to guess that one.
Yeah,
he was good though. He had a good career.
I don't even know why. I wanted Dion, and I go, well, Dion. You don't think of Dion as a 49er,
right?
And and somebody actually said yesterday, they go, we think of Dion as a Cowboy. And I go, he only played for the Cowboys for 2 seasons.
Right,
you can't really. He's not really a Cowboy either.
I mean, they had it was in their heyday, and he joined them. There was a lot of hype. But yeah, I mean, to me, he's a Falcon.
He's a Falcon.
Yeah. But I could see the argument for Cowboy because they did win
2 Super Bowls
stuff with him. Yeah.
So
hello, Michelle.
So that made me where I didn't go Dion. Then I figured you were going to go with the Raider guys, so I took the Raider guys off my list. My number 2 and number 1. I mean, I'm sure you could go 1-2 with either one of those guys.
1-2 a lot, probably.
Yeah, that's right. It went from one of them to the other one a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And Steve Young, I didn't put Steve Young on the list. So
okay, all right. It's weird how Montana hasn't been in a lot much.
No,
he's chose to kind of stay low key. I know about 5 or 8 years ago, his 1 or 2 of his sons were supposed to be big prospects.
Yeah, and they never really panned out.
Yeah.
One of them was supposed to go to Tennessee, ended up going to Notre Dame, I believe. No, San Diego State, maybe.
Okay, so is he out of college?
He's out of college, yeah. That's been 10, 12 years ago, maybe 15 years ago.
I remember him talking about having to hire a coach
to coach his kids because he didn't want to be involved with it.
Well, and they said they don't listen to me anyway.
Yeah.
It's like all kids.
All right, so who's your number 2?
My number 2 got to be Jerry Rice.
He's
awesome. Brought the Raiders to their glory for a couple seasons in the late 90s, early 2000s. Both. But yeah, got to give him some credit, but he was good at both.
All right, just because you went with Jerry Rice, I'm not going to have Jerry Rice on the list now.
Okay.
Because he was going to be my number 2, but there are enough 49ers where we can have 6 independent players.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to go John Taylor, number 2.
Okay, all right. He was right there with him.
He was right there.
I guess he was the number 2 receiver. Right?
He was the number 1 receiver until Jerry Rice came along, and Jerry Rice goes, "You're over there now."
Hit the bricks.
So I'm going John Taylor, number 2.
Okay.
Because you stole Jerry Rice. So if you steal Montana, I'm going to be out in the wilderness wandering.
No. I knew you would have Montana, and I like him. I've never had anything against him. But my number 1 is one of my probably top 3 all-time favorite players, no matter who he was with, is Ronnie Lott. Man.
And we called Ronnie Lott yesterday. Randy from Right Construction and I sat yesterday, and we go, Brad's going Ronnie Lott.
Oh, yeah. Most always defense, but, man, I loved watching him play. He was so tough.
So, I mean, just think about all the players left off the list. Roger Craig, Steve Young. We've already talked about primetime, but he doesn't really count as
Jim Burt.
Jim Burt. You got Dwight Clark.
Yeah.
And Dwight Clark probably made the most famous San Francisco 49ers catch in the history of the team.
Right.
He could be on the list.
Yeah.
Rathman, you already got Rathman.
Roger Craig.
We mentioned, but he didn't make the list. You got Terrell Owens could have made the list.
Yeah.
That's my quarterback, man.
Yeah.
You got
poor Terrell Owens.
Even Garcia was a good quarterback. I mean, he wasn't Steve Young, Joe Montana-ish, but he still was.
He was no Elvis Gerbach either.
He was Elvis Gerbach. You could even say Bill Walsh, George Seifert, both famous 49ers.
Guy McIntyre.
Offensive
lineman.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many Niners.
I remember him, though, in the Super Bowl they were in 92, 93, I believe. There was one penalty in the whole game, and it was a holding on him. Yeah, that's how I remember his name.
Look, go sit down. You're not famous just because you got that penalty. Go sit down.
Yeah. You want everybody going, who is that guy?
Who?
But a game with one penalty is just unheard of.
And you think about that 95 Super Bowl, I mean, they beat the brakes off the Chargers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they had a good game. It's tough.
It wasn't even close. And I can't think of, other than Dion, I can't think of any big-time defensive players off that team. I know there had to be some.
I know Tim Harris went with him late in his career, but I don't think he did anything. I'm trying to think. I know there's some on there. Who was their linebacker core?
They had big linebackers.
Yeah, I can't. And, the offense had the spotlight, so
right.
it's easy to.
And I didn't realize this.
All them guys.
I was listening to Joe Montana in an interview this morning while I was driving around. I didn't realize that his 4 Super Bowl teams not only had the number 1 offense or number 2 offense, they also had the number 1 defense all 4 times they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they were incredible, man.
So
they were unstoppable.
You think about if you have a team that's, I mean, usually you have a team that's built around offense or built around defense. Yeah. That team was built around just
the whole team.
The whole thing.
Yeah, right.
Oh, what do you want to do? Pass the ball? Okay, we'll pass it. You want to run it?
I'm getting bored, man. Let's run up the middle one time. But unfortunately, as far as all my favorite players, all my rowdy friends have settled down.
All right. So, but what you're saying though, I was going to do an easy shot at one of the songs, but I'm going to leave it away. All right. So the other thing that's Montana-ish, I still take him as the best quarterback ever. I'm taking him over Johnny Unitas and Tom Brady and people like that. I don't think you can compare time to time, but when Montana played, I mean, they could lick him. I mean, they could just take him out of a game. Brady never had to deal with that.
Yeah.
So
that's true. The protection, and that's what I'm curious to see. There's a talk this year of the running quarterback. Ravens. Their names.
Well, they're all four of them: Deshaun Watson, Mahomes, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
What was the fourth? There's a fourth running quarterback that was in the playoffs. Jackson, Mahomes, Jackson. I don't know.
But anyway, that style of quarterback, the more they get outrun,
the more likely they're to get hurt.
Yeah. So my prediction for that was they're going to shorten their career. So these longevity records are going to be held forever. But the more they protect these quarterbacks, which I know once you start running, you're
not protected anymore.
But they still, you got a lot of scrutiny when you just plow a quarterback who's, who you otherwise could hit if it was a running back. You still might get some flags on you. But I wonder if that'll balance in some way.
Well, speaking,
they won't be taking those blindside shots.
Speaking as a Falcons fan, and we had probably, I would argue that he's probably the best running quarterback ever.
Jackson?
Vic.
Oh, yeah. If he'd have kept his head on straight.
If he wouldn't have got into the dogfighting and stuff. Yeah. But he
was an incredible athlete.
Even towards the end of his Falcons career, when he got in trouble, he had still started to slow down the running a little bit. They were trying to keep him in the pocket and go.
Yeah, right. And he had the arm.
He had the arm.
He could do whatever he wanted out there.
Unlike Lamar Jackson can't throw the ball from here to there 10 yards and be like in a circle. He's terribly inaccurate.
Yeah, Vic didn't have to rely on his running.
He could lay it out.
Yeah. And he'd have more rushing yards than the running back.
And even with Vic, he still wasn't thought. Even though he did have the arm, he wasn't thought about as a passing quarterback. And even though he came back and played after prison, he wasn't the same quarterback as he was with Atlanta. No. So I think these careers for these running quarterbacks, they're shorter. They're not going to play to 42 like Brady or 40.
You won't be able to.
Yeah,
you don't see running backs doing that.
Even look at Cam Newton. Cam Newton's not that old, and his career's pretty much flat.
He's a big dude.
He's a big guy.
And he ran a lot, which I love watching him play too. He was born to boogie.
Yeah. All right. So we talked about Montana and his kids and their family traditions. So we're just going to keep going on. We've hit the top three. You got the next subject up on the board.
All right. Amongst all this football talk, if you feeling like the blues man at your current place, we always have room for one more, or a blues woman, or whatever. Always looking to take on some good realtors, and we'd love to talk to you. Come by, make an appointment, sit down and talk to us. We are always willing to talk, so give us a shout.
And we don't just misbehave, and we ain't just misbehave. We don't just do this show. We actually sell houses. I had a closing this morning. We actually do stuff.
Aside from counting money and driving the Bentley to the helicopter, we
helicopters too soon. Too soon.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, please forgive the starving pygmies.
I wasn't making fun.
Yeah, all right.
JJ's watching.
JJ's watching.
What do you say about that guy?
How about
I thought
that?
He'd quit.
He may be born to boogie. You never know. All right, so that's what we got with that. Yeah, give us a call if you're not happy where you are. That one was too easy. I'm going to let that one go. Name the artist that we've been dropping song titles from also. Coat Drive, we're still taking coats. We're probably going to do one more drop Monday, and then we'll have another drop in February, the later February, and we'll be done with the coat drive for the year. So if you're cleaning out your closets, you've got coats and something like that, we're still going to have probably a good snow by the end of the year. So make sure we're doing coat drives for homeless veterans. They're not just for people that are panhandling and things like that. We're getting them to people who have laid it on the line for you. So surely you can lay it on the line and give them one coat.
No doubt.
So, I know everybody's moving on. All right. So, go ahead and hit your local event, Brad.
All right, we got a good local event. Put your earplugs in and get ready for the Southern Invitational Truck and Tractor Pull. It's at Tennessee Miller Coliseum down Thompson Lane. It's today and tomorrow, and I think they got 3 different events each day. There is a cost at the door, but I'm sure it'll be a fun time. I hadn't been to a tractor pull in a long time, and that one's inside. right?
Yeah, that's inside.
The one in Asheville, we had an agricultural center. No, it was inside.
Oh.
And it would get so loud in there to where you couldn't hear anything. Your ears just kind of would whine for a second.
You're just deaf.
Yeah, it's really weird. And they burn that alcohol, man. But I'm sure the ventilation is probably much better in this place, being a newer establishment. But it's fun. It's a good evening. Get some mud slinging and watch these big old engines pull the sled. So it's tonight and tomorrow. Truck and tractor pull.
Are you ready for some football?
Always.
All right. So now we've got that one out of the way. You can guess what song we just, what artist we've been naming.
Guessed yet, you're not paying attention.
Yeah, we got that one.
Yeah.
I did it a second ago.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
I was going to do that with the food.
Is that it? Is that all of them?
What's up, Taylor Loyal? I believe it is.
All right, we got all the songs. Name the artist. All right, Super Bowl, big game food. Big game food. Why is this stupid rule even in place?
I don't know.
I mean, everybody knows what it's called. All right, big game food. What are you eating for the big game? What's your go-to? What are you eating?
There will be buffalo dip.
Buffalo
Love
dip
that stuff. And I won't brag, but I make mine better than anybody else's.
All right, I believe you.
It's just simple ingredients, but you do a couple things here and there.
I just got to ask, do you pull a emerald and go, BAM!
Oh, everybody else does.
Yeah.
They're just like, it's silent, and they're just like,
All right, I'm a nachos guy,
Okay.
and it's either like a dip or a Rotel dip. I don't care, but I want nachos.
oh yeah.
Got to be meat, cheese, some kind of pico stuff, something. I want nachos.
Okay. Hello, DD. She's watching now. We got some good watchers here today.
Yeah, good watches. Thanks for stopping in.
Rotel.
Rotel, yeah.
I seasoned up some ground beef, like taco meat. Throw it in Rotel, let it soak in.
I got something that's going to take that to another level.
All right.
I've had the Rotel dip with just ground beef that's ground and fried and put in the Rotel dip with the pico. Actually get taco seasoning.
Yeah.
Put it in the Rotel dip. Yeah.
Yeah, even if you don't put beef in there, throw some taco seasoning.
Yeah.
But I make my meat like taco meat, and then I throw it in there.
It takes it up a whole nother level.
It does.
Man, I'm
that
hungry
is truth.
now.
I know. Let's go.
On?
We got cut. Let's go.
All right. All right. So taco meat, chicken wings. You got to have chicken wings.
I think we're going to hit 3 places this year. There's a Thai place close to where we live, and they live in the neighborhood. They have excellent food, but they're doing a wing special. So we're going to hit them and a couple of other places. I got to hit Slick Pig's wings.
Oh yeah. See, I can make wings like Slick Pig wings.
I would like to be able to. I've tried a time or two, but
talk to me off the air.
All right.
I'll pick that up.
Good stuff, though.
I got that down.
Right.
All right.
Good deal.
So you got chicken wings, and that's pretty much it for me. Chicken wings and nachos,
okay,
or Rotel dip and chicken wings. Any of those 3 things interlooped.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah. Same here. I did one year where I made like 6 or 8 different things, and everything had a little bit out of it and had to throw a lot away. So that's
why I don't do
3
that.
And maybe hamburgers and hot dogs.
Yeah, I could deal with that too.
That might be, but we'll see. I mean,
add
and
sausage.
all that stuff's pretty quick.
JJ says add sausage into the Rotel dip. I'll actually go a step further. Not just sausage, chorizo.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, halftime shows. We all agree what the number 1 halftime show is. Who's looking forward to the halftime show this year? Shakira and J-Lo.
Good time to go to the bathroom for me.
I don't.
I hadn't seen.
How do
either
you
of them
even
perform
come
in a
up with
while.
those 2 people to go? You know what? We're gonna watch the Super Bowl. Let's do J-Lo and Shakira.
Well, usually it is a superstar or somebody who's really on top. And neither of them have really done a whole lot as far as music goes. Not that I know of.
I mean,
anyway.
even your target audience. What target audience are you trying to hit with J-Lo and Shakira?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, everybody wants
Joanna.
Everybody wants to say, hey, it should be my type of music that's on the Super Bowl show.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But usually classic rock has the best overall spread.
Yeah.
If you bring a classic rock artist, they're going to have the most appeal to everyone.
Right. And everybody knows their stuff.
Right. So, I'm going right now on the Kiss wagon. When is Kiss going on the halftime show?
They better hurry. That's not me.
They don't have much time left.
They're going to be able to rock them platforms too much longer.
Yeah, they're on their farewell tour. Get Kiss next year.
This is like their 4th farewell tour.
Well,
right?
it's not. It's just 2 of them now, so it doesn't really even matter. Who cares?
They're going to do one each time somebody falls off.
Yeah. All right, we're down to just Gene Simmons. We're gonna keep going.
Yeah, right.
All right,
You
got the. All right. Also, we did a special edition Wednesday for a local restaurant. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Go share it. Promote that local restaurant.
Yes.
Dallas and James is who we did Wednesday. We are going to try to set up something. We haven't figured out the fluidity to it yet about how often we're going to do it. But we're going to spotlight some local restaurants on a regular basis on a special edition show, probably on a Wednesday. And we're working on time frames for that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're very proud to do anything we can to help. I mean, I know the patronizing the places is probably the number one, but
if we can
get the word out, bring people in, that's all key. So, gotta support local, man. That's where it's all at.
Yeah, and if we can get, like this past video, it's got in front of almost 6,000 people.
Yeah.
So if we can put a local business in front of 6,000 people, that's what we want to do. So if you've got a local business that you want us to spotlight, send them to us or get the owner in front of us.
And we're not asking for anything for free. We buy what we bring on the show.
Right.
I mean, we're doing it 100% to help out.
Yeah.
And just do what we can.
So yeah, just bring those people in front of us, and we'll be glad to spotlight them.
There you go.
News you can't believe we're going to skip it today.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm asking, are we going to skip it?
Well, I don't know enough about it.
I don't either.
You had the scoop.
I don't have the scoop either.
But
JJ,
it's about leprechauns and gold.
It's
and
about
favors.
leprechauns, gold, adult dancers. We'll have the whole
really stupid people.
Yeah, we'll have the whole show on Monday. We'll recap the big game this weekend. We'll talk about the halftime show, and remember, KISS for the halftime show next year.
Let's start it right now.
Let's start it right now. All right, until Monday, 12 o'clock. Y'all have a good weekend. That's Brad Fowler. I'm Sean Wright. We're realtors. We don't just do this show. So if you have real estate business you need, give us a call, 615-895-9710, and we are...